Hey, how's it going, guys? Cultimush back at it. A lot of you guys are on summer break now, and that means you have a lot more time to play PC games. In this video, I'm going to be looking at 10 games that I think you should play over summer break. Now, these necessarily aren't the big budget titles like your Witcher 3s, your Grand Theft Auto 5s. I'm looking at 10 underrated games that have come out over the last few years that I think over summer break you should give a chance to. Number 10, Alan Wake. This was one of my favorite games of all time on the Xbox 360, and I was so saddened when this game just did not sell as well as I feel it should have. And when it got announced that it was coming to PC, I was so excited. And Alan Wake, you play as the name suggests, you play as Alan Wake, and pretty much he's a writer, and his stories that he writes comes to life, and it's a lot more interesting than it sounds. It's a really artistic game, really great story, and very unique gameplay mechanic where you have to aim a flashlight at a bunch of different enemies and then you can shoot them. Just a great game, great story, great art direction. There's also a sequel titled Alan Wake American Nightmare, which is a budget title. It's very short, but it's also a worthy game to play, and if you enjoy Alan Wake, I recommend that you pick up American Nightmare as well. And you can get Alan Wake these days very cheap. Number 9, Red Faction Guerilla. This is a great open world title. A lot of destructibility akin to the style of, say, Bad Company 2, but amplified even more. You can literally take down giant towers. Just a great game to play. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of things you can do, but it also has a great story. I highly recommend this. Really fast gameplay, a lot of things to do. It's a gigantic world to explore. You're in Mars, and there's a lot of content in the game, and there's another game you can get really cheap. It also has very good graphics. Although it's a little dated, it was released in 2009, still looks fairly good to this day, and it's a game I think you guys should check out, and a game you definitely want to invest a lot of hours into, and over summer break, you definitely can. This is a great one. Number 8, Wolfenstein The New Order. Now, Wolfenstein The New Order is a recent release. It came out early 2014, but it didn't get a lot of hype, mainly due to the fact that it was a first-person shooter, but it didn't have a big multiplayer component, and I think when people saw that, they were just like, oh, it's a single-player first-person shooter game? That doesn't really sound interesting, but Wolfenstein The New Order is an excellent game. Yes, like I said, it's single-player only, but it does have like a 10 to 12-hour single-player mode, so that's nice, and you can get it relatively cheap now for $20, and I think for a single-player game that's around 12 hours, $20 is a palatable price point. I think that early $60 price tag kind of scared some people off, but this is another game, great graphics, it's a recent release, and definitely use the power of the PC. Great story, great gameplay, really tight gameplay, I really enjoyed that, and I definitely suggest you check this out. This also has a recently released sequel that was also a budget title. It was Wolfenstein The Old Blood, a prequel to The New Order. If you enjoyed The New Order, definitely pick up The Old Blood as well. Number 7, Child of Light. This was published by our favorites, Ubisoft. I'm just kidding, of course, but Child of Light is a great game, very artistic. You play as a little girl, and it's a side-scroller RPG. It's very artistic. It has a hand-drawn art style, which just looks absolutely great. It was a budget title as well. It was released at around $15. You can probably get it for a lot cheaper now, probably $5 to $10, and it was a very underrated game last year. Just great graphics, great gameplay. For being a $15 title, it was like 10 to 12 hours, so definitely check it out. It's a really unique game, and I want to see more games like this. I like games that are very unique, and Child of Light is definitely that. It's an enjoyable experience, and it's very different, and it was definitely something great to see from Ubisoft that they would publish a game like this. I enjoyed it a lot. Number 6, I went with the Stalker series. There's 3 games, all available on Steam, and all available at a very cheap price. Wait until the summer sale, and these will definitely go on sale. You can pick each of them up for like $2.50. Stalker is a first-person shooter, survival horror type game. It definitely gives off a Fallout 3 kind of vibe, but it's a very enjoyable game. If you are into games like Fallout 3, it's survival, and this is actually exclusive to the PC. It's one of PC's best exclusive franchises, in my opinion. It doesn't have a lot of notoriety, but definitely check it out. It's enjoyable, and like I said, if you are into games like Fallout, you'll enjoy it. It's definitely a lot harder. This is definitely a lot more difficult than a game like Fallout, but it's enjoyable. If you're into difficult games, if you're into games like Fallout, definitely check this out. It's one of PC's best exclusive franchises. Number 5, Castlevania Lords of Shadows. Now, this definitely isn't like your typical side-scrolling Castlevania game, but this is a very fun action-adventure game with a good story, great graphics. This was originally released only on the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360, but it recently came out on the PC, and man, this game looks absolutely great. Very fun gameplay, and the puzzles are going to make you think a bit, but it's an enjoyable game with a good story, good gameplay, and I actually really enjoyed the puzzles in the game too. I'm typically not a guy that enjoys puzzles in video games, but I thought Castlevania did them well, and again, great graphics in this one. There's also a sequel, Castlevania Lords of Shadows 2, but I would not recommend checking that out. Get the first game, it's really fun, and it's an older title, so you can probably pick it up really cheap. Number 4, Sonic Generations. Now, before you beat the shit out of me, yes, it's a Sonic game, but Sonic Generations was released a few years ago, and it was was absolutely one of the best Sonic games ever. A lot of people didn't give it a chance because Sonic was in a shithole for a long time. You had like Sonic and the Black Knight, Sonic 06, nobody likes to remember that. But Sonic Generations is an awesome game. Pretty much it mixes the 3D Sonic games and the 2D Sonic games, and it has elements of both. It's very fun, and it's a shame that a lot more people didn't check this game out, because maybe if this game did sell a lot, Sega would have continued to make Sonic games like this. Although I don't really know that, because really I think Sega's just in a shithole right now. I don't think Sonic can be revived, but go back, play Sonic Generations. It was one of the best Sonic games ever, and I really enjoyed it. Number 3, Valkyria Chronicles. I was so ecstatic when this game was announced that it was coming to PC. This was one of my favorite games of all time on the PlayStation 3. It's a tactical JRPG, and it's very different. It's not like your typical JRPG where you explore different towns, you talk to people, and you gain power-ups, things like that. No. It's told via a storybook, and it has one of the most emotional stories ever. Great gameplay, and it's definitely a challenging game too. Valkyria Chronicles is a phenomenal game. Great watercolor art style as well. Unfortunately, the CG cutscenes were rendered on the PlayStation 3, so they still have a 720p look to them, but when you actually get in game, you can increase the resolution to 1080p, 1440p, what have you, and the game looks great. And even the CG cutscenes, they do look great. Like I said, the watercolor art style looks amazing. And Valkyria Chronicles is a fantastic game. Pick it up, and hopefully we'll see localizations of Valkyria Chronicles 3, and maybe that'll even come to the PC. Valkyria Chronicles 2 is already out on the PSP. Let's try to get that on the PC as well. Valkyria Chronicles is a great game. Please check it out. Number 2, Dishonored. This was actually done by Bethesda, and I remember when Dishonored came out, one of my friends bought the game, and he kept talking about it every day, and then I was just like, fine, I'll finally pick up Dishonored, and I picked up the game, and I absolutely loved it. Dishonored is a fantastic game by Bethesda, and it's a stealth action-adventure game, and you can play it in a variety of ways. You can do the Chaos playthrough, where you just beat the shit out of everybody, you go run and gun, or you can do a more of a stealth playthrough, where you play very stealthy, you don't kill a lot of people, you assassinate people, very quiet, and it definitely lends itself to multiple playthroughs, so if you're into that, go for it. There's multiple endings as well, where you have to do each of the playthroughs, either, you know, go run and gun, or play the game with stealth in mind. So Dishonored is a game that, yes, while it's short, it's only 7 to 8 hours of playthrough, it definitely does lend itself to multiple playthroughs. There's a rumor of a sequel that's to be announced at E3, let's hold out hope for that, but while you wait for that, pick up Dishonored. This is another game you can pick it up really cheap. It's on sale during the summer sale all the time, and it'll be like $5, so pick it up. Dishonored is absolutely great. Number 1, Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning, Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning, Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. I can say so many things about this game. When this game came out, I picked it up day one, and I absolutely loved it. This is another game where the developers poured all their money into it. Unfortunately, it did not perform the way they expected, and the studio shut down. That was a shame, because this game is freaking fantastic. It's an open world RPG. Yes, the story is pretty much non-existent, but it plays like God of War. It's a very fast-paced action game with an open world setting. You level up, get new abilities, everything like that, and it's a lot of fun. If you enjoy games like Devil May Cry, it's pretty much gameplay like that, but it's in an open world RPG setting, so it's a lot of fun. It's very different, and I really wish this game did perform better, because unlike Alan Wake, the Alan Wake guys are still around, Remedy's still around. Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning, it performed so bad that unfortunately the development studio had to shut down, but this is a game you definitely should check out. I really want more people to check this game out, because it's so good, and it has a lot of content. That's why I'm recommending it as a summer game, because you're going to need to pour a lot of hours into this game if you want to do everything. Check out Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. It's a fantastic game. I really wish it performed better. We're never going to get a sequel. I mean, maybe we will. Let's never, you know, Duke Nukem Forever came out. Maybe there will one day in 2076 there will be a Kingdoms of Amalur 2, but I'm not holding out hope. Play Kingdoms of Amalur though. Fantastic game. Check it out. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Let me know if you're going to pick up any of these games and play through them during your summer break. Have you already played any of these games? Let me know what you thought of them. And thanks for watching. As always, have a great day. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.